Hello, hello, everyone. It is Friday, and I am ecstatic over here because we are definitely going to have a great conversation on tonight.
Mhm.
Going from ordinary to extraordinary. And I tell you, being extraordinary is, oh, the feeling is just oh so amazing.
Mhm.
And you guys need to experience, if you haven't experienced extraordinary, you definitely need to be tuning in and listening to this conversation and joining in with us. We appreciate all those who are tuning in with us on this Zoom. And if you aren't tuning in, we hope that you would go back and listen to it, share it, because I'm telling you, we are excited tonight. Patricia, Boyd, aren't we excited? Like,
Yes,
some
I
things
am.
going
beyond
Yes.
on.
excited.
There's some things going on that I'm just so hype about. Like,
Mhm.
you know,
And just to think that like we kind of put this together like today, and that's the beauty of what we're going to be talking about. It's like once I came back in, I was like, okay, there goes my sleep again because it's
Well,
it's exciting. It's exciting. So yeah.
I've been excited about this project for a very, very long time. When I first saw it, I was like, I'm sold. You don't have to tell me anymore. Where
Mhm.
do I go to get to be a part of this?
Right.
This wasn't. It wasn't like let me go home, think about it, let me pray about it. It was like let me sign up today. Let me do
Mhm.
this today.
Mhm.
Now, the question that I have is, how do you feel about network marketing, Kaisa?
oh, great question. We're gonna start there. Okay,
We
okay.
get like
All right. Okay, well, actually, I've been in a couple of different network marketing ventures. I've done Mary Kay, I've done Avon, I've done health and wellness. So it's not new to me. Um, People tend to have a negative connotation on network marketing, but it actually is a place to where you can build your own freedom and become
yeah.
free. But it's
Right.
definitely work that you have to do to get that freedom. But when you got it and you get it down pat, like it just becomes your second nature of life. And it's all about networking. And it's actually something we do every day.
I mean, it's
Um,
Exactly.
just like talking to your neighbor or talking to your boss or talking to your friend, and then you just say,
Mhm.
"Look, why don't you join my business group?" I mean,
Right.
of course, you're going to get those who are not going to be interested, but it's the effort. If you put the effort in, you get the reward at the end.
Right. And
exactly.
and
Exactly.
I like what you said, Ty, where you said it's like we do it every day. So if I see, oh man, you're glowing, like what are you doing, Ty? And you tell me what product you're using, or you're telling me what new health tip that you're using for yourself, that's networking. Sharing
Yeah.
ideas and passing ideas on to other people, that's networking. The only difference is certain networks bring certain incomes. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's the beauty of it. Like
But we,
referrals. But yeah, it's
refer
definitely
all day long to different things and we not get paid, but being a part of a company where it's just exciting, and then knowing that you can get other people involved and make
Money.
money for a referral.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
because me, with this extraordinary pocketbook, that this purse I'm trying to have, I have to have something extraordinary.
Yeah.
Living the ordinary for me, um, is quite boring.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I want a little bit of life outside of ordinary. And there's nothing wrong with being ordinary because there are some people who just like being
Exactly.
simple. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't take that from you. But me personally, I want to be extraordinary because I know that I can connect myself with some other people who want to be extraordinary too. Like I connected with y'all too, and it's just be like boom, So That's for me.
And I like what you just said, because you remember the other night we were listening to a broadcast, and they were talking about how they are now living their second dream. Like, they've already lived their first dream. For me, being gray a little bit, I'm touching the Methuselah age, but I've never really gotten to live the first dream. So this to me is this is the catalyst for me to live that dream that I wanted to live, without having to have to break the bank, without having to have to rob the bank, without having to have to,
the PayPal.
right. It's, and a lot of folks, and I thank God for it, because you could go all your life working, and in my field of work, which is pastoring, you can go all your life pastoring, and then you wind up in a place where you're looking like, I don't know anybody here. They're all old. They all smell like mothballs. And
I'm weak.
So
I cannot. It just.
But I'm just saying, to be honestly and to be
right.
totally true, if you want to retire not to an extraordinary retirement, you got to do some extraordinary things. I'm not saying that money is everything. I'm saying that money is the only thing that makes this world go around. And if you're going to live in the world, you got to have what it takes to live in this world. And that's to have your own finances. And you can, when you have your own, for me to have my own finances, it frees me up to do much more for the church, much more for God's people. So I'm able to be like, plus I'm a free spirit anyway. If I got it and somebody need it, I'm gonna give it. So that's just who I am. So to be able to have that money to do that, to do those things with, plus to be able to put something back for that day that I retire, I don't have to be in a nursing home. I won't have to be in a long care facility. It's one of those things where you're looking like you're saying, okay, what am I planning for? Am I going to work until I'm 80 and still got to work in my retirement in order to make ends meet? Or am I going to work now, doing the relationship marketing, making sure I'm building relationships, helping someone else in their life to grab hold to that legacy that they can pass down to someone. Plus make their life a lot better.
So Patricia, I mean, how do you feel about network marketing?
Well, before I start with the network marketing, I wanted to touch base on what Boyd said about it's not always about money. Because for me, like in terms of our subject matter tonight, the ordinary to extraordinary, like my thing was when I first joined with you guys, it money was a part of it, but it was more so the vision that you guys painted during the presentation that was like, this is what your life can be like. And with me, I know, like I've talked with you both about like me being in therapy, me trying to like get my life right, get my healing right. And my therapist from day one has been trying to talk to me about being okay in yourself, being okay in the stillness. But see, my problem is I don't like being still. And I feel like, it's being, and maybe I need to talk to her about that, but it's like, I'm okay just being still, having a cup of coffee, watching a Hallmark movie. But it's like, I feel like at my age right now, I feel like I haven't done enough. And if I were to leave here right now, I feel like I haven't left enough. So it's like, that's why I feel like going from ordinary, like Ty was saying, it's okay to be ordinary. It's okay if you want to do, you have your hobby, your job, your children, your pets and all of that. But it's like, I want to do more than that. Because I feel like I've wasted so much of my life being broken or being hurt and not living and being my best self. So it's like, that's why I'm like, okay, ordinary to extraordinary. Like I told myself when I had my birthday this year, I said, look, this is 2.0. Well, no, Boyd was saying 2.0, but I was saying this, I wanted to have like a upgraded me, not saying the old me was bad, but saying that I wanted to elevate myself. I wanted to, give myself a makeover, not just physically, but internally, spiritually, mentally, and joining with you guys was that opportunity for me. And then to come to the question of how do I feel about network marketing? Look, I was one of them people. I was like, I'm not trying to sell anything to anybody, but coming into this group with you guys, into this opportunity with you guys, I learned a lot that network marketing is not just about selling. Network marketing is literally the word marketing. And I have come to realize like I am good at marketing because I used to like, no, whatever it is, like, and for me, like I said, it's not all about the money, but I think it's all about the family and the connection. That's another level up that I've received from going ordinary to extraordinary, meeting new people that I normally would not have worked with or talked to even introduce them to this. So it's like network marketing has taught me in since February. It has taught me a lot about myself. It has taught me a lot about the skills that I didn't know that I had. And it's broken me out of my box again from ordinary to extraordinary.
Oh, that is awesome. Because one of the reasons why I think I fell in love with this one, like I said, I've been in quite a few, but this one was something different. And it actually took me 2 years before I actually said, okay, yes, I'm going to join. Mm-hmm. Literally, it took me 2 years to make a decision to say, I was, but when I look at it now, I had to really sit down and think about, okay, my job mentally is breaking me down mentally. Like the job is not hard, the job is easy, but mentally when I leave, I'm mentally tired. So I needed to find something that I could connect with that could help me get that mental state back up, to help me get back up to that level. And being that this dealt with travel, I was like, oh. So when I started looking at trips, and I'm like, it just puts you in a whole nother mood. Like you forget about what happened at work. You're like, oh, I like that place. Oh, I need to go there. Oh, look at that. It brings a whole different excitement to it. And the fact that you don't have to sell travel because travel sells itself because we do it every day.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So
even in my field of work that I do for the college, for the seminary, I travel all the time. So I get to see these beautiful places and go to these beautiful hotels and do the work that I do. But why wouldn't I get paid for doing it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, if I can get paid for doing what I do, why not do it?
Yeah.
And that's the part that really brought it home for me. Like, if you're going to do all this travel, you're going to do all this work to get to where you're going. Then it's so much easier that when I walk in that room, take a picture of that room, show people where I am, where I'm staying, take a picture of that environment, post it on my page and let them know this is where I am. This is what I'm doing. You can do this too, but you can do it in your free time. I might be at work, but you can be at work.
Right. Well, so I just want to backtrack before we start diving in and sharing with everybody like the amazing opportunities, not just how it makes us feel, but the actual visual things you can see from getting this opportunity. I just want to ask Ty a question. The past 3 days, what time have you and I gone to bed?
Oh my gosh, we have literally been up to like 1 o'clock, like brainstorming.
No sleep.
I mean, like, and I get up, like, my alarm clock goes off, and I'm like, already?
And then I'm like, okay, I hear the little Marco Polo ping. Oh, it's Ty. Like, no lie. Like, you guys, like, everybody that's listening, like, this is so, like, for me, like, mental stimulation is medication for depression. It's medication for when you feel like you need some type of connection. And like, I was already cool with Boyd, and me and Boyd have already been friends, but it's like Boyd connected me to Ty, and she's become a friend. And it's so crazy because not only was I praying, God, I want to elevate this year, but I was praying for new connections, and Ty became a new connection for me. And it's just like, literally, when I'm up late, it's like my eyes will literally feel like they're so dry. And I'm like, yo, just roll your eyes a little bit. And then but it's that exciting. I just wanted to touch base on that before we moved on. But when Ty was talking about her extraordinary being the excitement of like putting these packages together, and y'all literally like, as we're going into talking about like what this whole company is, when we're putting these packages together, I'm like, hold up.
Right.
I want to go too. So it's like you're giving people quotes, and I'm like, hold on, can I go
let me
with
go
you?
book my trip too.
So,
I'll be doing the same thing. I'll be like, let me book my trip.
Yes.
And then I'll tell you how it was when I come back. I don't care if you get to go, but I'm gonna book my trip.
Right. So yeah, let's go into that side. Boyd has already started. He was mentioning about the hotel rooms and just being able to experience, because that's the other beauty of this company. When you are signing up with us, you are learning while working. So it's like on the job training. So it's experience on the job training, because you're like, he's
at the same time.
Right. Exactly. And it's just like, you're able to see new places. And even if you don't get there physically in the moment, being able to look at these places online and being able to help other people to to physically get there, it's kind of like you have, I don't want to say a magic wand. We're not going to talk about magic. We don't do that around here. But it's like you're like a little, well, a genie is magic too, but yeah, you're like a travel genie. You're literally a travel genie.
This is pretty much what it is.
Right.
Yeah, like it's a travel genie. So it's like, and I get excited. Like, since I've gotten reconnected with a lot of different people and asking them where they want to go. And it's just like, I get excited because I'm like, ooh, what am I going to learn about? Because I'm also learning as I'm putting things together for them. They're telling me, okay, well, I want to do this on this trip and this, that, and other, so it's a learning experience. So.
Well, and to piggyback on that, it took, I've been traveling for my job for like the last 4 years now. And this year, not being able to travel has been, one of those things where I have to look at and say, okay, is the travel worth going? It really means a lot when you can get out of your own space and go to a different space and experience something that you normally wouldn't experience if you were at home in your ordinary space.
Yeah.
So for me, the extraordinary part of this job is that something I get to do for somebody else.
Yeah.
I like that. That's true.
I like that. Yeah.
That's true.
That is so true. And just knowing that there's an opportunity where we can actually help people get out of whatever situation. Everybody's not wanting to make six figures, but even just a easy $100 or $200, some people out there, they need that extra. And it's fun, but at the same time it's work. But having your own and being able to say, this is my business, like, and you work your business how you want to, it just gives you a whole nother different feeling when you can be able to help somebody, whether it is booking their trip or whether it is bringing them into the opportunity so they can start leaving legacies for their families, because jobs bring you in, on your job, you
have a limited income.
Yes.
You have a limited income on a job.
Pay raise, they give you, we're going to give you 25 cents. Like, I know I worked more than 25 cents. And having that business and being in this opportunity, you can give your own self raises, and it's unlimited. So it's not like, earning at least 8 different ways to get paid. It's just, when I heard that part, I was like, I can get paid 8 different ways from this. It was just, like I said, it's just like a no-brainer. But knowing that we could actually help people and the cost is not so high that it breaks your pockets every month.
Exactly.
I've never been in a business where I only paid like $65 a month. With Mary Kay, the minimum was like $200 a month that you had to spend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Not only that, the only other network marketing thing that I was in was this health food thing that I did. In order for you to maintain your spot, you had to spend $200 a month just to maintain your spot. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I can't spend $200 a month because you never know when your job, the one that you work 9 to 5, is going to run out. You never know when somebody's going to purchase a health food product from you to replace the $200 that you just spent out so that you can maintain your place. The one thing that I like about this particular opportunity and this partnership that I have with y'all is that I can go to sleep and still be making money.
Exactly. Weekly money and monthly.
Right.
Weekly. That's the thing, is opportunity. What, like Ty said, is 8 different ways. I think maybe depending on which level you reach, you can go over 8 different ways. Okay. Right. But then on top of that, there are opportunities where you can get weekly checks, and there are opportunities where you can get monthly checks. And then there are opportunities even further than that. Once you start doing booking travel, you have checks that are coming later. So, and again, it's not all just about the money, but let's be real. We live in a world that runs on money. We live in a world where we have lights that we have to pay for. We have pets that we have to pay insurance for, or get their monthly flea tick heartworm pills for. So it's like, you know, it's simple. Like, okay, if I have an opportunity to do something where it's not breaking my back, it's not breaking the bank, and it can be fun, I can meet new people, I can learn a new trade. It's just a great opportunity. So
it's a lifestyle for you, right? This has become a lifestyle.
Actually, well, I haven't reached the lifestyle. I would say it's a hobby.
But it's a hobby,
which is just a lifestyle. Yeah, because it's
think about what you're saying though, because what you're saying, all these new things that are coming in, you're living a new lifestyle. See,
that's true.
On a job.
That's true.
On a job, you're not living a lifestyle, you're living life.
So I honestly just think we're talking about money and everything, and I know with marketing, everybody seems to think that it's a scheme or whatever. And that's probably one of the first things that, oh, is that one of those scheme things? Travel isn't a scheme. You know, and you don't have to go to an exotic place. It can just be an easy hotel stay or a beach trip. You know, I think people, when they think of travel, they thinking, oh, I got to go out the country. No, you don't have to do. You can go right next door down the street and stay in a hotel, you know.
A staycation.
Right.
A staycation.
Reality that's going to have to change in order for people to understand that this could be my way of making extra money.
Right.
But sometimes we block our own selves with thinking the negativity of, because maybe your aunt did it and it didn't work for her, so you feel like, oh, well, she did it ain't
right.
It may not be the same for you, because who you know is not who she necessarily knows. It's all about helping one another. And we've just got to get to that place where we help those who want to go from ordinary to
extraordinary. And Ty, I'm glad you mentioned about the pyramid scheme, because that little sermon conference meeting we had last night, there was a guy on there that said, we're not a pyramid scheme, we're a pyramid structure, not a pyramid scheme, because the credible vendors that we have access to would not work with a pyramid scheme. We're not using Cash App and Venmo and Zelle to Ty, why, you know, but I'm being serious. Like we literally are partnering with an accredited company with an A+ rating on Better Business Bureau. Like for real. And then on top of that, we have access to vendors that we can use to help service our clients, where we can only get in with our credentials. Anybody that's just like, hey, you know what? I want to start booking travel. You can't do it unless you are a part of an organization like ours, and you go through the training and you get that access.
But here's the thing that I think everybody don't understand about this business and about what we do. This is a turnkey business.
Yeah.
You come, your website is set up for you. It's maintained for you.
Instant.
You have instant training. You can get your training at any time. You can do it at your own pace. I'm still training, and I still love what I do. I mean, the little bit that I have done so far has been rewarding because I've helped somebody get to where they wanted to go. I helped somebody get there and not have to pay a mint to get there. So,
but the funny thing you said when you said, what did you just say about
turnkey business?
Not just somebody to get there,
but it's like you'll forever be really learning something. Like the learning doesn't stop. So it's so much to learn. Like you just, like I said, you just be so excited because there's so much to learn. And it's just exciting because every time you learn something, you're like, oh shoot, I didn't know that. You know, when you learn something new and you finally grasp it, you're like, oh shoot, I got it now. And then something else come out, and you be like, oh, I got to learn that. And then when you learn about it and you think about it, I mean, it's just exciting. Just
here's the funny part about our partnership. Every last one of us are geeks. So we learn something all the time. And then we can't wait to call each other and say, look, this is what I learned today.
Right. The new one. Yeah.
We're all geeks. So that's just how we do though.
Yeah.
And I love that because you can have this partnership with anybody in this business and you just flow. You just do what you do you. This is it's not a competition, it's not a race, it's not a run for your money type thing. It is all about the service that we give to others, and we do it with excellence. We do it in a way that not only helps them, but in the long run, it helps us.
And I think that's it right there. Ordinary to extraordinary.
Yes.
Like just summing it all up. We're building a network, we're building a family, and then on top of that, we are helping people to get from ordinary to extraordinary, meaning from their bedrooms to Aruba, from their bedrooms to, I don't know, name some Vegas. Like, hey, where are we? We're in North Carolina, from their living room to Charleston, South Carolina. I just saw a package the other day. I'm like, I didn't even know that was in Charleston. And it made me, but for real.
Even so right now, you can get a package to Myrtle Beach from North Carolina. A package in Myrtle Beach right now is only $169 for 5 days.
Oh, sweet.
So when we log off, I'm going to need you to send me that link. But see, y'all look like y'all that are watching this playback, you see this is what it's about. This is what it's about. And it's like, the thing is, it's like you can be a network marketer and just use the travel. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you don't have to love travel, because that's the beauty of this partnership that we have. You could be a traveler. You could be a travel, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's multifaceted. This partnership, this organization, it's multifaceted because we're networking and we're traveling at the same time. So it's two different industries coming together where you're getting the best of both worlds. So those of you who are listening, you're like, yeah, I don't really know. But look, you got two different areas that you can choose from.
Right. It's literally taking you from Bedside Incorporated to having your own business.
Exactly.
Exactly. Bedside Incorporated, get out.
I just made that up the other day.
Yes, get outside of Bedside Incorporated and have your own business. Being an entrepreneur is it's a whole new life. And once you begin to it helps you learn who you are too. It brings the leader in you. Tons about yourself that you be like, Oh wow, because it's learning who you are, um, learning leadership. Because having your own business, you have to be a leader. You have to be coachable. You got to be able to train other people. You got to have, so
You have to be a
definitely,
people person.
yes,
You
yes.
gotta be a people
So it
person.
teaches you a lot of stuff that you didn't even know that was down inside of you. It brings that
Right.
out. And once you have it and it brings it out, I'm telling you, it's gonna take you to extraordinary. I'm just saying.
Most definitely.
Like if you want to be a rock star, be a rock star. But if you want to be a rock, you could be a rock. you could just be a rock.
Yeah.
Well, we won't stop you. I mean, that's
Right.
the beauty of this business. You can be a rock star in this business, or you could just be a little solid rock sitting in the corner doing the little
Solid rock
that
I
you do.
stand.
And hey, ain't that the song? I stand on that rock now. I stand on that rock. You could be that little rock, just standing there doing that little bit to help someone and help yourself. You know, you get what you need, and you're like, I'm good. I don't have to travel. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. But all these things happen because you wanted to make it happen. And our network marketing part, it doesn't just end with us three. It goes further. We have direct line to the president of this particular business. We have a direct line to every last one of our directors, every line to every last one of our leaders in the business that are doing the leadering, who are leading the travel business. We have that. So you're never alone in this business, and that's the other aspect of this that I like. Ty, tell us about some of the conferences that you've gone to in this business. Tell us about one of the conferences that you've gone to.
I actually haven't been to one of the actual conventions because the one I was going to, COVID decided to come into play. But I have been to like some of the meetings prior to COVID, like when we have our group meetings, and
you met the owner.
the excitement
Yes.
of the top leaders who's making six figures, like they are all so humble, and they will talk to you just like
we're talking now.
Just like we're talking now. I actually got to meet Mr. Bradley, like had a conversation with him, took a picture with him, and he was just he imparts so much into you that when you leave away from him, you're like, wow, I got to do this. Like
I remember that night too, because I can't remember what it was, but I did not make it. And I just like beat myself up because I was like, man, I could have got poured into.
Right.
I could have got poured into, but
I was teaching that night, so I couldn't go. I think that's what it was. I was teaching that night.
The culture is just like when you get around other people who are doing the same thing in the business, and just their attitudes and their excitement, like you're bound to catch on fire. If you don't catch on fire after you go to one of those, then you might need to do a self-check.
Look, last night was fire. Like that.
Even in the room together.
Right. Zoom. It was a Zoom fire. I was like, look, I had a whole page worth of notes after that because it's just,
and that's the beauty of it. They pour into us all the time.
Right.
They don't ever stop pouring. You get the morning vitamin. You get the weekly motivational tips. You get everything.
Weekly trainings.
Yes. And that's the part that I enjoy, because you can go on some jobs and you get one training and that's it. And if you don't get it in that first chance, you're lost.
Yeah. But look, I
find it on your own.
And see, and that's the thing. And I think, like, as we start like wrapping up, I think that is that one thing. A lot of times, and I've even had people to tell me that they tried certain companies and they would sign up and they get ignored. They're left in the dust. We do not do that here. It's like, even though we might be on different teams or we have different leaders, we all, like tonight, we're all coming together, as legacy executives. Like, that's our name, that's our family, you know what I'm saying, under this company. So it's like we're not left alone. Like if I can't get in touch with Boyd, I'm talking to Ty, and then even when I get in touch with Ty, if something that she doesn't have the knowledge of, we have like 3 other people that we could call, and we're never alone. So as we're wrapping this up, what is it that we want to leave with our people? What do we need to tell them when they play this recording back? What can we leave with them to say, hey, this is the next step?
Ty, why don't you start?
Okay, I'll start. So I would say definitely search within and find your why, know your why, and just know that your why is going to carry you through, and get out of self.
Yeah.
Get out of your way and go be great. Go be who God intended you to be, because he has given us everything that we can have, anything and everything we want in abundance. But of course we have to work for it. So I just say get out of self. I say come look at the opportunity. If you have questions, contact us. We definitely won't leave you. We'll guide you as much as we can, and so that's my take on it. Just get out of self and definitely dive deep within and see, and give it a try. We try so much other stuff, so why not try investing in yourself? That's what I have to say. Boyd?
For me, this is, if you ever thought about God's grace when he leads you to that breakthrough, to me, this is a breakthrough of from struggle to extraordinarily being blessed. You can use this as a money gimmick or a money making thing, or you can use this as, let me build life so that I can be able to serve others in freedom of my time, freedom of finances, freedom to do whatever it is that I need to do. So for me, I'll leave this with you. If you're always busted, broke, and disgusted, think about this. How much will it take for me to invest in myself and take myself from being broke, busted, and disgusted to living the lifestyle that I want to live?
Amen. And that's it right there. And I'll just say, this theme tonight was ordinary to extraordinary. And if you desire more, if you desire to elevate, if you want to elevate financially, mentally, and spiritually, this is definitely an opportunity. Raising my hand to say it has done that. It is continuing to do that for me. So once you guys see this this broadcast that we've recorded tonight, please get with the person who posted it, whether it's myself, Ty, or Boyd. And we look forward to hearing from you guys. So y'all be blessed.
We want to help as many people as we can to become financial free, have that time freedom, and just enjoy life. Live your life to the best. And I can give you a testimony to Patricia, because she left, but you see, she
just threw me under the bus.
I'm just saying that you left, but then you came back with
more juice, more excitement. Yeah.
So definitely it's one of those companies that you get, if you pull away from and you start missing it, you're gonna be like, man, I'm missing that. It gives you that type of gas.
And I gotta put it out there. Just know, like, I didn't leave because I didn't believe. So just know that, to y'all watching it, I did not leave because I did not believe. But I know sometimes I'm hard on myself, and when I stop believing in myself, I tend to drift off. So just know that there is something to believe in this company.
Absolutely. But guys, this conversation Good. It's been so fun, and I'm so excited that we are on our way to extraordinary. And I'm so glad that you guys partner with me. This is it's just going to be an amazing journey, and I can't wait for the rest of the team to join us and join in, because I do have some other business partners that they just wasn't able to get on here with us tonight, but just know they are working just as hard behind the scenes. So I definitely love you guys. Look forward to helping you guys move forward too. So we want to wish each of you a great night, and you guys have a fantastic weekend, and call us, invite us for your travel needs, or even if, like we said, if you want to make that extra money, we're here for you as well. So you guys have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.